The Beatles' seventh album, Revolver, was released in early August 1966. The LP's front cover was created by graphic designer Klaus Voormann, a friend of the band from their earlier days in Hamburg, Germany. Voormann's artwork is a black and white mixed media collage with a pen and ink illustration of the face of a different Beatle in each corner and a variety of small photos of band members scattered from the top left to the center of the image. Voormann's design won a Grammy for Best Album Cover in 1967. In the wake of Revolver's musical and graphic success, it's easy to overlook the album's other cover that didn't make the cut. By 1966, Robert Freeman had taken the photos featured on the Beatles' previous 5 album covers, including the iconic elongated faces on Rubber Soul. At about the same time that Voormann was developing his Revolver design, Freeman also developed a cover idea. It too was a black and white collage, but his was contained within an album-sized circle and included over 150 small partial portraits of individual Beatles. While at the time the Beatles didn't pick up on Freeman's idea, they did include his proposed Revolver cover in their anthology book, an honor in its own right. Over the years, several authors have claimed that if you placed Freeman's cover design on a rotating record turntable, the Beatles' faces would blend into one. As Beatles writer Robert Rodriguez noted, how one would achieve this short of cutting up the album cover and placing it on a turntable was not explained. As far as we know, no one has ever given Freeman's cover a spin to see just what happens. Do the Beatles' faces really become one? Let's put a digital Freeman album cover on our digital turntable and see what happens. We'll start with the standard turntable speed for 12-inch record albums like Revolver, which is 33 1/3 revolutions per minute, or RPM for short. At this speed, we can see a clockwise moving spiral effect. Now let's see what happens when we change to the other 3 common turntable speeds available in the 1960s. Here's what the cover looks like at 45 RPMs, which was the speed at which 7-inch single records are played. Still just seeing a spiral effect. Let's increase the speed to 78 RPMs, which was used for early 20th century singles. This time we again see the clockwise spiral in the center, but it's not clear in which direction the outer ring of the pictures is moving. If you look at the left edge, it may be moving counterclockwise, and if you look at the right edge, it may be going clockwise. Finally, we slowed it down to 16 RPMs, which was used for a small number of mid-20th century records. Here we can see the faces moving clockwise, but there's no spiral effect like we saw at greater speeds. There are also what seem to be straight lines through the faces that divide the cover into a pie-like design. In the end, rotating Freeman's Revolver cover revealed several optical illusions, the most noticeable being the spiral effect of the clockwise spinning image. What we didn't see was any melding of the faces into one glorious Beatle. Spirals and perhaps some counter movements, but no blended faces. Still, the Beatles were fortunate to have 2 great designs for what many believe was their best album, Revolver.